Hey y'all, I'm back with another video. I just want to let y'all know, have tunnel vision. Not on me. Don't have tunnel vision on me, but have tunnel vision in your life. What I mean by that is, don't tell nobody anything. Write down what you want to do in life. Write down where you want to go in life and make it happen. Quietly. Don't tell nobody nothing. Don't mention it to nobody. Don't be like, hey, I was thinking this. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Be quiet. And don't tell nobody nothing. Have tunnel vision on your life. I know that sounds crazy. Like, don't tell nobody nothing as if it's a secret. But seriously, don't tell nobody anything. You don't have to tell nobody anything. I hope that makes sense, y'all. You don't have to tell nobody anything. Okay? And what I mean by that is this. When I was younger, right? I intentionally did this. Now, you guys, I'm not telling y'all to do it. Y'all can do it if you want to. It works. I suggest you do it. But you don't have to do it. But it works. When I was younger, I literally, and by the way, let me say this beforehand. Excuse them, fans. Whoever's watching this video, you may hear some Yep, my fan's going. So sorry about that. Hopefully it doesn't bother y'all. And it's raining, so you may hear a little thundering. Don't be scared. It ain't that bad. We got lights on, okay? Don't be scared. But when I was younger, what I used to do, I intentionally would tell myself in my head the night before, tomorrow when you wake up, you will strictly focus on figuring out what you want to do for the next 6 months. Don't think about nothing and nobody else. Think of the top 3 things that you want done in 6 months. And make it happen and set your deadline. And I would literally go to sleep, wake up the next day, and I would wake up early that morning, like 7 that morning. I would real early for no reason. Well, at least, not to go anywhere or do anything. And I would wake up. I wouldn't even eat. I wouldn't use the restroom. I wake up, grab my pen and paper, sit there. No TV on or anything. Nothing but the wall and silence. And sit there and think. And especially if, because around that time, I think I stayed with, my dad. So at that time, I definitely did it early in the morning. So that way, he wouldn't wake up and disturb me. And I literally sat there and I just thought, okay, what do you want to happen in the next 6 months? What do you need to happen in 6 months for your life to get better? I didn't think about dreams, even though I had a lot of dreams going on at that time. But I didn't think about it. I just thought about the present and what can make my life better. And I'm going to tell y'all what it was because it happened. I thought in my head, okay, I need a job. I haven't been working a couple months. I need a job. Then I thought in my head, okay, I also need a car because I need a vehicle and I can rely on myself and nobody else to get my butt to work because I know what I got to do. And that's make sure to make this money. Then I was like, okay, I also need a place because ain't no point of me having a car, going to work, make this money, and I'm just still staying at home with my daddy. No. Let me go ahead. And I was young, y'all. I was only 19. But I was like, okay, let me go ahead and get a place. I'm grown. In my head, that's the way I thought. I'm grown. I'm 18. I'm not a kid anymore. I shouldn't be staying at home. If you're grown enough to get a car, you're grown enough to go to work. You know what I'm saying? If you're grown enough to have bills and stuff, it's I don't want to live with my family forever. I need my own place. Because at that time, I was sleeping at my dad's, but I was sleeping on the couch. And because he only had 1 bedroom. So it's okay, am I going to stay here forever? No. But I like the town I was in. So I was okay, I'm going to need a place. Those are the 3 things that will change my life in a better way. And then, once I do those, I'll focus on the other things. And y'all know what I did? I set a deadline. And I remember it was August. And I was okay, August 1st to February 28th. Of course, that's 6.5 months. But I was you have until February 28th to get this stuff done. All three to get done. No excuses. And what I did for the rest of the day, because that took like an hour or two for me to figure it out. But what I did for the rest of the day, I was like, okay, to get a job. How do I get a job? Well, you apply. How many times do I need to apply? You apply to this, this, and that, this, and that. For how long do I need to apply for? You know, like an hour a day, 30 minutes a day, stuff like that. And then I did it. And then I got a job less than 2 weeks. I was like, okay. Before I even got my first paycheck, I wanted to make sure I knew what I was going to do with all that money. Even though it wasn't that much. It was like $9 an hour back then. Part-time. But I was 19. I didn't care. It was more than I ever made before. So I was like, okay, now that I have this job, I gotta get ready for a car. No excuses. No time to like get earrings, get jewelry, get all that. No. Focus on the next thing. Car. So I would say probably like 3 months after. 3 to 4 months after having that job, I got a car. Spent all my time focusing on that car. I got a car. Immediately, I'm like, okay, you got a car. Now that you got a car, focus on the next big thing. What is that? An apartment. Okay, how do you need to get an apartment? You need to look at these apartments all the time. You need to go ahead and call these apartments, see how much they are, go check them out. I did all that. I would say, like, that happened pretty quickly. I would say probably the first week or second week of February, I got into a brand new, I'll never forget it, brand new, freshly built apartment. And I was like, okay, I did it. I did it before February 28th. And I was so happy. So what I did, I relaxed. I'm not going to lie to you. I relaxed. My relaxation was enjoy what I got, enjoy what I have. I enjoyed it for maybe 2 to 3 months. And then I was like, okay, back to business. Next thing. So basically what I'm saying is have tunnel vision, y'all. Have tunnel vision, be focused, be dedicated to making your life better. Y'all have a good one. Bye, y'all.